Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a helpful video for all the new players that are be coming in for the FNAF chapter, or for players just interested in the DVD and haven't gotten into it yet. So this is just going to be like tips and info about the game in general. I mean, I'm going to be talking about a decent amount of stuff. This is for brand new players and players that know a little bit about the game. I haven't seen a video like this to help the FNAF people. So this is the reason I'm making it. I want you guys to fully experience the game, and I don't want you to quit just because of the way the game is in general. I want you guys to get used to it, because I want more players to come into this game. Anyway, let me just get into it. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the tutorial for the game. Which is right here. There's a survivor tutorial, a killer tutorial, and then after you complete these two, you can play these, which this one, you survive with 3 other bots against a killer bot. It's just like a normal game, except you don't get blood points or anything like that. The killer bot one is you are the killer and you play against 4 survivors. I'm pretty sure you just play Trapper with this one. And you get this too, you get like blood points for doing these, if I remember correctly. Dude, the tutorial, I mean, I'd recommend doing it, but it's not going to really help you very much. It just teaches you the super basics of the game. Here's this. The currencies in the game. So these are called blood points. And for blood points, all they're really for is when you're going to level up a killer or a survivor. When you load into it, you are at the beginning of the game, you're only going to have around 8 to 10 survivors and around 5 to 6 killers. The rest you're going to have to, unfortunately, spend money on. But there's also this really good thing about it. When you play and you level up with this, you need 4,200. That's how much I need right now. I don't know how much you need exactly for each level. But every time you level up, you're going to get iridescent shards. And with those, you can go to the store. And if you don't have a survivor or a killer that are non-licensed, which means they're not from a actual series, they're entirely DVD made, you can buy them with that, which is amazing. Unfortunately, the licensed ones, so like Kaneki, the ghoul, you will have to buy either in the PlayStation Store, the Xbox Store, or on Steam. Or you can spend real-life money on ORXs, which new killers or survivors are around 400 to 500 each time, so it's around $5 no matter what. If you buy the bundle on the PlayStation Store, Xbox, or Steam, you get like little extra cosmetics and stuff like that. Yeah, but just slowly, I wouldn't recommend just spending a bunch of money on the game before you get used to it. So just wait a little bit before you spend real money in the game, and don't worry too much about it. There's gonna be like other people that are like, you need to buy these certain people. Don't worry about it right now. Just wait. Just wait to buy them. Anyway, let me get back to the blood points. So as you can see, there's levels on each of these characters. You will not have these levels on the characters right off the bat. They will be leveled. They won't have like this little circle right here. There won't be one. It's gonna be a 0, or it's just gonna be blank. I don't remember. Sorry. Anyway, you can see that this one's 100, this one's 1425, and some of them are 3 and 5 and 1. These are prestige levels. So when you click on a character and you want to level with the blood points, you go into the blood pool. And since this is level 1 right now on my character Hattie, you're gonna have this automatic purchase thing. I don't remember. I'm sorry, but I don't remember if you get it on the first prestige or not. I think they added it. But it gives you items and add-ons, and map offerings and stuff like that, which will help you. Because the items, we have maps, we have keys, we have med kits, we have toolboxes, we have, there's event offerings too. Or event items, my bad. There's like these winter party streamers, they're limited. Any of these that say event item, they're limited. You have to play during that certain time to get them. Those are items. You should always bring an item. The only thing that's bad about them is you can lose them. If you die in game, you will lose them. And then we have add-ons for the items that you're gonna bring. So let's just bring a medkit. So this is the Ranger medkit. It's a purple rarity, and it makes it so you can heal yourself, because you are not allowed to heal yourself in the game. And you can also heal your teammates faster. These add-ons are all different. They're all different rarity, but they kind of do the same amount of stuff. This automatically heals you. That's an example that I'm going to give, because I don't want to talk about every add-on in the game. That'll be like a 3-hour video. This doesn't automatically heal you, I'm sorry. You activate it when you're healing yourself with L1 on PlayStation, left bumper on Xbox, and on PC, I think it's right click. I'm not sure, I don't play PC, sorry. But it'll heal you over time. You can read the effects and stuff on every single one of the add-ons, or perks, offerings, or items in the game. And it gives you a detailed explanation on them. Okay, let me continue before it gets too long about items and add-ons. These are called offerings. There's a bunch of different ones. So there's these type, which affect like the map. This one makes it a little bit darker. All these purple ones here are decently rare. Like this one boosts your luck. This one spawns in chests. This one makes it so every survivor spawns trial together. There's these green ones, which are going to be blue when you start playing, if you start playing when the FNAF chapter drops. These ones make it so you go to a certain map. You get to choose the map, which is really good for some survivors, or for survivors, and then it's really good for some killers. Also, it can be bad for survivor, bad for killer. So there's also blood point offerings, which give you more blood points, so you can level up the character more. So you can get better perks or add-ons, items, and stuff like that. And then there's the event ones as well. This one's out right now. It's the Bloodshot Eye. It gives you a 100% boost in blood points for the event stuff. And there's also there's items, offerings that are personal, and then there's ones that stack. So personal ones are like these escape cakes. See how it says personal down there? It only gives you 100% bonus in all categories for blood points. And then there's the opposite of that one, which is Bloody Party Streamers, which stacks with your teammates. It gives it 100% to all players, including you. Even the killer, it'll give it to the killer too. Let me explain how these perks work. So I'll just go to my P1 perks. As you can see, there's purple perks. These are all purple. They're called very rare, which is the max level for perks. There's 3 levels of perks. There are, so there's uncommon, there's rare, and then there's very rare. Now, there's a difference between every single one of these perks. You can upgrade every single one to purple. That's max. So let's say, let me find a perk that is very simple. I'm not sure. Let's say Finesse. So Finesse makes it so when you vault a little bit faster, but it goes on a cooldown. Now, the rarity of this, that's what affects the cooldown. So yellow is 40 seconds, I believe green is 30, and then purple is 20. So every time you upgrade one of these, either their cooldown will go down or their effectiveness will go up. So let's say with self-care, on yellow rarity, it's going to be 25%, and then on green it's 30, and then this one, which is purple, is 35. Now let me go about talking about how to unlock these perks with survivors. So I think these 4, these 2, or these 3, and then these 2 down here. Those are going to be the only survivors you have right off the bat. Let's just go to Dwight. So let's say see how I have these yellow perks on Dwight? Let's say this is the uncommon perks, okay? So how you unlock these is by either, let's talk about this one real quick. So this one doesn't have, you see how it says uncommon at the bottom. That's all it says. Now this one says uncommon Gabriel Soma perk. Well, for these ones, they're just base. You can get those no matter what. You just have to level up the blood web. So like this one right here, Premonition. If I buy that, then I have it on Dwight. It's wherever it is, sorry. There it is. You just get it on Dwight, on the character that you purchased it for. Now, there's teachable perks, which, as I said earlier with that Gabriel Soma perk, you go over here to Gabriel, and you go to his bio, you can see all of his perks. Now, to unlock these perks on other survivors, you have to get the others. So let's just say how Gabriel's Prestige 1. That's why Dwight has a yellow version of his perk. You get, so let me explain this. If you Prestige 1 character, you get all 3 of the character's perks on every survivor. You get the yellow version at Prestige 1, you get the green version at Prestige 2, and you get the purple version at Prestige 3. But you can also, if you, let's say you want to level up Dwight, you get him to Prestige 1, you get Bond, Leader, and Prove Thyself. You get that on every survivor. Now let's say you don't want to get him to Prestige 3 because you want to level up another survivor. But you can do that. You could go over to Meg, and you could level her up in the blood web. And see how this one is green? My Laura's only Prestige 1. She has a yellow perk. She has all the yellow perks unlocked. So if I purchase this one for Meg, now it's green for Meg. Every time you purchase, or every time you prestige a survivor and you get yellow perks on everyone, if you see that in your blood web on a different survivor and you purchase it, you only get that green perk or that purple perk for that survivor. Alright, now let's talk about when to start. So I'd recommend starting DBD whenever you are comfortable starting it, or whenever you want to start it. I'd recommend starting as soon as you can. So right now, actually, is probably a really good time to start if you want to level up survivors and level up killers before the FNAF chapter comes out. So right now, if we're getting 500% bonus blood points for finishing blood gens and damaging blood gens. So filling blood gens for survivor and damaging is for killer. And there's also this thing called the archives, which is going to get reworked eventually. So me making this right now, so it might be outdated when it comes out. So you do these challenges, and you get extra blood points for it. See how this one says gives 50k down there for just doing a simple thing like collecting a glyph, which is just an item in game that spawns in, and you just hold the interaction button on it. This one gives 50,000. You can also see that it has the little 8 on there next to that blue currency, and then the 50 next to the like multicolored currency. So that blue currency are called rift fragments, and that's for the rift, which is pretty much like a battle pass in any other game. It gives you, it goes all the way up to tier 200. But right now, this rift pass, it gives you all the way up from, I believe, tier 85. Anything past 85, it just gives you 5,000 blood points all the way up to tier 200. Anything before that, it gives you cosmetics. So let's just click on Jane here. It gives you the full outfit at 85. Or it'll give you like weapons for killers, which the weapons are just cosmetic, they're not any different. Or it'll give you iridescent shards, which help because you can buy survivors and killers that are original to games, those like I said earlier. It also gives you your auric cells back. This is 1,000 auric cells to buy. It gives you around 1,200 maybe, so you get extra. If you buy this, you get 200 extra, which is enough to buy 2 brand new killers. And you can also buy other killers that have been in the game because they go down in price as more common. I would recommend starting DBD as soon as possible if you want to level up your survivors and your killers to as much as you possibly can before that. Don't stress about leveling up the survivors and the killers.
The powerful always.
Sorry, Dracula's talking. Just worry about getting better at the game and getting used to the game. Because it's a really different game it's an asymmetrical game, which means that there is 2 sides that are completely different. There's obviously the one side that's survivor and the one side that's killer, and they're both trying to do the opposite thing. So killer's trying to stop the survivors from escaping. Survivors are trying to survive the killer and escape. I'm going to upload another video with actual gameplay in it. If you're interested in that, then stay tuned, I'll upload it. Now let me talk about the gameplay loop. So the game is pretty repetitive when it comes down to it. You, as survivor, you just do generators and you run away from the killer. That's the basics of it. And on killer side, you just chase survivors and you try to kill them. That's it. Now let me talk about this hidden thing called MMR. It can be a bit dumb, I won't lie. So when events come out, there is no MMR in those. So if you play these, just be prepared, because it could be either one of the best players on the planet or one of the worst players. Now this normal play thing up here, this still works during the event. You can play these. It might take you a little bit longer to load in, but as survivor, I mean, you're gonna, when you first start, it's gonna give you killers that are similar MMR. So when, let's say for example, when the Five Nights at Freddy's collab comes out, this, if you play by yourself and not with, let's say you're gonna play with someone that's played the game already, that's gonna boost the MMR if you play with someone, one of your friends. If you play by yourself and load in solo survivor, the survivors that are gonna be with you and the killer that's gonna be playing against you, they're gonna be pretty much the same skill level as you. They might be a little bit better, but I wouldn't say very much. You can't really check this. It's kind of like a kill-death ratio type thing in COD. It's really picky. So, or it's not picky, I guess. So let's say you win like 3 or 4, you escape 3 or 4 matches on Survivor. The next game you play might be against an actual like professional player. It is so weird how it works, but you're pretty much just gonna have to get used to it. Just play the game. If you have friends that can teach you, that's even better. Now the last thing I can say is have patience in the game, and you're gonna have to be accepting of what the devs do. So the devs update this game a lot. They update this game a lot. So every, I think it's it used to be 2 to 3, but now it's 3 to 4 months. They release a new chapter, which is either a full chapter or a half chapter. Let me talk about chapters real quick. So let's say I have Dracula here.
The
He came in a
made their
bundle
judgment of
with
me.
Trevor Belmont, which is a survivor. For when you buy this bundle, you get the survivor and the killer. If you buy them in the shop, you only get one. That's a full chapter.
I want to go back.
The full chapters come with either 1 to 2 survivors and a killer. They've never released 2 killers at once. They've always released 1 killer and either 1 or 2 survivors. Now half chapters are like Lara Croft or Nicolas Cage. So how these are is they're just either, it'll be an in-between chapter, so it'll be a 0.5. So Nicolas Cage came out, and it only came out with a survivor. And on the killer side, they do it too. They just released Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul, aka The Ghoul. And I shouldn't have clicked on him, he's loud. Anyway, he came out just by himself. He's the most recent. The FNAF chapter is probably going to release with survivors and killers. We don't know. Anyway, if you guys found the video helpful and informative, or you just enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave comments down below. Like I said earlier, you can leave either good reviews or bad reviews. I would very much I'd very much like your opinions on the videos. Just tell me what you guys want to see, and I can try to make videos along the lines of those. So either tutorial videos or gameplay, compilations, anything you guys really want to see. I just want to know what you guys want. Anyway, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.